Meanwhile, Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy says the longer the government shutdown continues, the worse flight reductions will get. He also warned that there could be cuts of now 20% of flights at the busiest U.S. airports as we head into a very busy holiday travel season.
And I know so many people are just sort of looking at their calendars and saying we're going away for Thanksgiving. I hope this is over by then. Right now, flight delays are continuing at Sky Harbor as they have for days with no end in sight. And they're set to get even worse over the weekend as the FAA is set to cancel even more flights. 12 News journalist William Pitts is live at Sky Harbor where the flight delay boards are lighting up. Will?
Yeah, guys, you were talking about 20%. We're at 4% right now, and this is just the Southwest boards. I counted this 54 delays. I didn't even count the cancellations because there's a lot of them at the same time. Most of these are just a little bit. Like this is 30 minutes to Burbank, but when you start getting into the later flights, you're talking 9:20. That's now taking off tomorrow after midnight. So a lot of these have just started getting more and more yellow and red as this thing has been going on. And it's kind of just been the same story all day. There's plenty of warning, though. People kind of know what they were walking into. It's not like it's a massive storm or a massive delay at security or ticketing. This is just the case of the plane just isn't taking off on time. And it's all due to the government shutdown, staffing shortages of air traffic controllers. We actually caught up with Congressman Greg Stanton here at the airport earlier today. He said he actually agrees with the decision to cut those flights.
I put out a message saying that's the right decision because safety always has to be the highest priority for aviation. The safety of the traveling public is the most important thing. And so if it means a slight reduction in flights to protect safety, it's the right thing to do. People are rightfully frustrated, but they're also frustrated about the assault on health care for the American people. In the One Big Beautiful Bill, it was the biggest reduction in support for Medicaid, which is the access program here in Arizona, in history.
Of course, that's the main sticking point to open the government back up. Stanton said talks are still happening. He wouldn't rule out a deal today, but it's 4 o'clock now. It's looking less and less likely as the day goes on. And today, Transportation Secretary, as we said just a minute ago, Sean Duffy said if it keeps going even longer, there may end up being a 20% cut in flights, not just 10. The delays have been getting worse, as we said, later in the day, and they are expanding. It's kind of a ripple effect. We're already seeing flights scheduled for tomorrow that are delayed or even canceled, or as we saw that one just a minute ago, flights that were scheduled for today now moving into tomorrow. But a lot of people here are just kind of taking this in stride. They basically said, we're going to the airport anyway. We expect things to happen, flights to be delayed, something to go wrong. It's just kind of part of traveling. There's been a lot of heads up, a lot of notice. So a lot of people are saying, yeah, we're sort of inconvenienced with this whole thing, but really we'd rather be safe. We'd rather have, fewer flights than something terrible happens. So they're just kind of taking everything in stride, guys. Back to you.
Will, thanks. And lost in the frustration of the travelers is the fact that these air traffic controllers and TSA workers are going without pay week after week after week, Will.
Yeah, and that's, a lot of travelers have been saying that also. Like, it's really bad that our flight is delayed 30 minutes. It would be even worse if I had to work here all 8 hours without getting paid. And really, who knows how long all of these TSA agents can stay on the job without getting paid. Eventually, you might have to find another job. I've heard from people who are, in that job now thinking, I can't stay like this for another couple of weeks if this keeps dragging on like this. So that's, I think, when the delays are really going to start to pick up. Because, again, if we can turn the camera that way and show you, TSA line, there's almost nobody in it right now. So thankfully, once you get to the TSA line, you're free and clear. The problem is you're just going to go sit at the gate for about an hour longer than you thought you would. So, there's restaurants, there's things to do, but all of these guys here at the airport that are working here, those are the guys that have been doing this without pay and will probably continue to do this without pay until everything kicks back up again. So yeah, a lot of travelers are saying, yes, we're inconvenienced. Those guys, they're facing the real problems.
Yeah.
It hurts them the most, but
absolutely.
The ripple effect for everybody.
So much respect for those people that keep us safe in the skies. Will, thanks. New today.